Or let me tell you something very powerful today. A woman may forget your words, she may forget your promises, but she will never forget how you made her feel. Or the truth is, women never forget the man who does certain things for them, not because of money, not because of gifts, but because of the emotions he awakens within her. Respect, or care, and consistency. These are the silent imprints that last forever. Respect is the foundation of every lasting connection. And when it comes to a woman's memory of a man, or this one quality becomes unforgettable. A woman may encounter men with charm, wealth, or even temporary excitement, but none of these things remain with her as deeply as the way she is respected. Respect goes far beyond politeness. It is about seeing her as an individual with her own emotions, or thoughts and choices, and honoring them. When a man shows genuine respect, he is telling her without words, you matter, your voice matters, or your feelings matter. That is something no woman ever forgets, because respect is not just given, it is felt. Every woman, regardless of culture or background, or craves to be valued for who she truly is, not just for her looks or what she can give. The man who looks at her as a whole person, not an object or convenience, or earns a permanent place in her memory. Respect creates a sense of safety that allows her to be herself without fear of judgment. When she knows her boundaries are honored, or her opinions valued, and her presence cherished, she feels something rare. She feels seen. In a world where many women are often dismissed or overlooked, or the man who chooses to respect stands out like light in the dark. Respect is not only about words, it shows in the smallest actions, or it is in the way he listens without interrupting, in the way he avoids making fun of her insecurities, and in the way he supports her decisions, even if they differ from his own, or it is in the way he speaks to her in private and in public, never trying to belittle her to feel more powerful. These gestures, though simple, leave a lifelong impact, or a woman may forgive mistakes. She may move on from heartbreak, but she never forgets the man who gave her the respect she deserved when the world didn't. Think of it this way, or admiration may fade, attraction may shift, but respect builds trust, and trust leaves an unshakable memory. Or, that is why when a woman remembers the most meaningful man in her life, it is usually not the one who bought her the most expensive things, but the one who made her feel valued as a human being. Respect makes love more meaningful, friendships stronger, and bonds unbreakable. Or a man who respects a woman is not just memorable, he becomes a part of her growth, her confidence, and her story. Or this is why Sadia Khan often emphasizes that respect is the real measure of a man. It doesn't cost anything, yet it is priceless. Or a woman never forgets a man who respects her, because deep inside every woman knows that respect is the purest form of love. Or consistency is one of the rarest yet most powerful traits a man can show, and it is one of the main reasons a woman never forgets him. In today's world, it is easy to say the right things and make promises in the heat of emotion, but actions often fail to align with words. Or a woman quickly learns to distinguish between empty promises and genuine effort. What truly stays with her is not how much a man claimed he would do, but how steadily he showed up without excuses. Consistency is proof of sincerity. It shows that his care, his interest, and his loyalty are not just moments of convenience, but a true reflection of his character. When a man is consistent, he doesn't have to constantly reassure her with grand declarations, his actions speak louder, and they speak every day. A woman feels secure when she sees that the man in her life doesn't disappear when things get tough, or doesn't change his tone when moods shift, and doesn't offer affection one day only to withdraw it the next. Consistency tells her that she can rely on him, or that his presence is not temporary but stable. This stability is deeply attractive and unforgettable because it gives her peace of mind. Or she doesn't have to second guess his intentions or wonder about his feelings. In a world full of temporary connections where people change faces depending on situations, the man who remains steady becomes unforgettable. The beauty of consistency lies in the small repeated actions. It is not about constant grand gestures or dramatic efforts, it is about the man who checks in even on his busiest days, the man who remembers what matters to her, the man who supports her goals week after week without growing tired, or even something as simple as showing kindness every day instead of only during arguments or special occasions, builds a deep emotional imprint. Or these little acts repeated over time prove reliability. A woman never forgets this because it gives her emotional safety, or the assurance that his words are not just for the moment, but for the long run. On the other hand, inconsistency creates confusion and insecurity, or a man who says one thing but does another leaves a woman questioning his intentions and doubting his sincerity. This doubt can slowly erode trust, or that is why consistency is not just about keeping promises, it is about protecting the trust she has placed in him. Once trust is protected, or it becomes one of the strongest bonds that ties her memory to him forever. When a man shows up consistently, he separates himself from the rest, or he becomes more than just someone she met. He becomes a steady force in her life. This doesn't mean being perfect, but it does mean being reliable and true. Or that is why women never forget the man whose actions align with his words day after day. Consistency is love in motion, and it leaves a mark that time cannot erase. Or emotional safety is one of the deepest needs in any relationship. And when a man gives this to a woman, he becomes unforgettable. Many people think love is only about passion or attraction or even material support. But what truly touches a woman's heart is the feeling of being emotionally safe with someone. Emotional safety means she can share her fears or her dreams and even her flaws without the fear of being judged, mocked, or abandoned. It is the invisible shield that allows her to be vulnerable without regret. Or when a man creates this environment, he earns a place in her life that no one else can replace, because most women rarely find it. Or a woman might meet many people who admire her beauty or are attracted to her personality, but very few truly listen to her heart. The man who listens with patience, or who acknowledges her emotions without dismissing them, gives her something rare, comfort. He doesn't always have to solve her problems, but by making her feel heard and understood, he creates a safe emotional space. This security builds trust, and trust builds intimacy. Or it is this kind of intimacy that a woman never forgets, because it allows her to feel accepted exactly as she is. Or emotional safety also means she can disagree with him without fear of losing his respect. It means she can admit when she is wrong or even share her darkest worries, or knowing he will not use them against her later. Many relationships break down because partners weaponize each other's vulnerabilities. But the man who protects her heart, instead of exploiting it, becomes unforgettable. He shows her that her emotions are valid, her struggles are not weaknesses, and her openness is not a reason for shame. This kind of reassurance strengthens her self-worth, and she remembers him as someone who helped her grow instead of someone who made her feel smaller. Another powerful part of emotional safe ties consistency in behavior during conflicts. A man who stays calm, communicates respectfully, and avoids cruelty during arguments sends a strong message. Our bond matters more than my ego. This gives her confidence that disagreements will not destroy the relationship. Knowing that she won't be humiliated or abandoned during tough times is a memory she will never erase. The man who offers stability in storms is the man whose presence she cherishes forever. Ultimately, emotional safety is not about never having problems, it is about building a space where love is not conditional on perfection. It is about knowing she can be fragile without being broken, honest without being punished, and real without being rejected. Most men underestimate this power, yet it is the very thing that makes a woman feel at home in a relationship. The man who gives her emotional safety becomes unforgettable because he touches the part of her that matters most, her soul. Support without conditions is one of the purest forms of love. And when a woman experiences it from a man, she never forgets him. Most people in her life may support her only when it benefits them or when it aligns with their expectations, but unconditional support is rare. It is the kind of support that doesn't demand her to change who she is, doesn't come with strings attached, and doesn't disappear the moment she fails to meet someone else's standards. When a man gives this kind of support, he proves that his presence is not based on convenience, but on genuine care. This quality sets him apart because in a world full of conditions, he becomes the exception. A woman feels truly valued when her dreams, or no matter how small or big, are encouraged instead of dismissed. Many women are told to shrink themselves to limit their goals or to prioritize others over their own ambitions. But the man who stands beside her and says, "I believe in you," gives her wings. His support tells her that she doesn't have to choose between love and growth, or that she can evolve without losing him. This freedom is unforgettable because it allows her to become the best version of herself while knowing she is not alone. Unconditional support also shows up in difficult times. Life is full of challenges, failures, setbacks, emotional struggles, and many people walk away when things get hard. Or the man who remains steady, who doesn't shame her for her struggles or abandon her when she stumbles, becomes a source of strength. Or he doesn't judge her worth by her success or perfection. Instead, he reassures her that she is valuable regardless of circumstances. Or that kind of loyalty leaves a mark on her heart because it proves that his love is not temporary but enduring. Support without conditions is also about acceptance. Or it means respecting her individuality even when her choices or opinions differ from his own. It is about standing by her without trying to control her path. Or a man who does this shows that his love is not about possession, but about partnership. Or this kind of support creates balance in the relationship where both partners grow together without suppressing each other. Or a woman remembers him because he gave her the space to shine without dimming his own light. In reality, unconditional support is a form of empowerment, or it tells a woman that she is not alone in her journey, that she has someone who believes in her even when she doubts herself. This belief can transform her confidence, or her courage, and even her destiny. Long after time has passed, she will remember the man who stood by her without asking her to earn his loyalty, or who supported her without conditions. Such a man becomes unforgettable because he gave her what most people cannot: love without limits and support without expectations. Or care in small gestures may seem ordinary to some, but to a woman it carries extraordinary meaning. Big gifts and grand declarations can create temporary excitement. But it is the simple, consistent gestures that touch her heart and remain in her memory forever. A man who notices the little things, or who puts thought into the smallest acts of kindness, becomes unforgettable because he shows her that she matters every single day, not just on special occasions. Or small gestures are powerful because they are not about impressing the world. They are about quietly making her feel valued. Or a woman treasures the man who remembers details about her, like her favorite book, the way she likes her coffee, or the story she shared weeks ago. These may appear insignificant, but to her it proves he listens and cares. It is not about spending money. It is about giving attention. When a man remembers what others forget, or he makes her feel special in a way that no expensive gift ever could. These thoughtful actions tell her that she is not just another part of his life, but a priority. Or that feeling of being seen and appreciated through the little things is unforgettable. Care in small gestures also shows in everyday support. Or it could be checking in to ask if she reached home safely, offering to help when she is tired, or encouraging her when she feels uncertain. These actions may take only moments, but they carry the weight of love. A woman remembers these gestures because they make her life easier and her heart lighter. Or they show that he is not only present during grand moments, but also in the ordinary routines of life. Or a man who consistently shows care in small ways proves that his love is not performative. It is genuine and lived daily. Or another aspect of small gestures is thoughtfulness during difficult times. A simple message of encouragement, or a quiet hug when words fail, or making he or laugh when she feels down. These moments are etched in her memory because they come when she needs them most. Or they may not seem extraordinary at the time, but later she realizes these were the moments that held her together. The man who provides comfort without waiting to be asked, or who notices her silence and responds with kindness, becomes impossible to forget. Ultimately, small gestures matter because they reveal character. Or anyone can act grand for a short time, but only someone with a genuine heart cares enough to show love in the little things every day. These are the gestures that build trust, or deepen bonds, and leave lasting impressions. A woman may forget the man who bought her expensive things, but she will never forget the one who opened doors for her, or listened when she spoke, or made her feel cherished in the smallest, most consistent ways. It is in these tiny acts of love where the greatest memories are made, and that is why women never forget the man who cares through small gestures.